Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to be
completely damaged.
Completely damaged! Completely damaged!
Welcome everybody to Completely Damaged. I am RC with the Hatguy.
Original Hatguy. How many times do I gotta, tell you original Hatguy? I have to correct you every time.
You're right. I'm sorry. The original Hatguy. You guys might remember him, but you know what? Original Hatguy, we had some good times together. Good times.
I'm the damn Hatguy! And don't you forget it, punk! I hate you! I hate all these people!
Rocco Dorsey with the Hatguy. We're going to make a dominant force here.
Original Hatguy.
Original Hatguy.
Often imitated but never duplicated.
Remember what happened last time?
Everything.
From a true fan to a manager. That's just Hatguy. Thank you very much.
Well, absolutely. I'm a little sentimental tonight, but I would choke you out again. But I'm just a little bit sentimental tonight.
And I appreciate that so much. Thank you very much.
Take care, brother.
You got it, man.
Well, maybe not good times for me anyway, but for you, you might have got a kick out of it. My neck is still kind of hurting, but anyway, for the fans out there, they know you as the original Hatguy from ECW fame. Explain yourself as a fan in ECW and your times going to the shows.
Well, I had a lot of good times with ECW. In fact, the second or third time that we went to the arena, I was asked to start setting up chairs, and that's when it all really hit. That's when the Hatguy took off from there. I set up chairs for all those years. I took tickets at the door. It was a lot of fun.
Okay. Now, what's one match or a couple matches that sticks out in your career as, while being an ECW fan, watching it? Like we had that Tommy Dreamer, Brian Lee. Were you at that show?
Oh yeah, I remember it well. I thought the scaffold was going to come crash. We were sitting, of course, right, our same seats right in the front there, and I thought the scaffold was going to come down, and that would be no more Hatguy.
That's true. Now, just describe a typical day of you getting ready to go to the ECW show, and what the original Hatguy would do to prepare for a show.
Well, usually, it was me and my brother. And we would have about half a case of beer before we got to the arena. So we were already tuned in. And, when we got there, my brother and I would set up the chairs with the help of a couple people. And then after, we got the chairs set up, we went up the street to the, there was a little bar up the street. We hung out there for about an hour or so. Then I had to come back and take tickets at the side door.
Okay. Now, you said you were helping set up chairs. Did you ever run into any of the ECW superstars? And can you name some? And how was their personality?
Oh, I got along with pretty much everybody. There was really there was no animosity or anything. I got along pretty much with everyone there. And then, especially afterwards, when the show was over and we all went back to the whatever hotel they were in. Most of the time was the Holiday Inn around the corner, and we had a feud back there. And nasty hangover the next day.
Now, describe this gimmick: the straw hat, the Hawaiian shirt. How did you think about it, and how did it come to play, being your gimmick?
Well, originally, we would go down to, me and my brother would go down to the shows at the Spectrum in Philly when the WWE used to come there once a month for the taping of Prism Wrestling, and I met a guy named Richie. He's no longer with us, Richie Mershon, and I got the Hawaiian shirt idea from him because I said, I used to see this guy on Prism Wrestling all the time. Where's those Hawaiian shirts? I'm going to do the same thing he did. And sure enough, I started doing that. I got to meet Richie, and we became very good friends, until he passed. But the straw hat's all my idea. I just added a straw hat and sunglasses, and went from there. And the fans named me Hatguy at the ECW arena, so I just stuck with Hatguy. I would about 2 minutes before the show would start, I'd be walking to my seat, and mostly everybody would be sitting down. You get this real loud, you hear this real loud chant, "Where's your hat?" I'd have it like tucked by my side so they didn't see it. "Where's your hat? Where's your hat?" Then I finally went like this, put it on, the whole place went nuts, and pretty much about a minute later the show started. And that happened every month.
Now, we had the first pay-per-view was barely legal, right? Right. What was your favorite ECW moment and favorite match?
When Terry Funk won the title, he come around. He was a bloody mess. Came around the ringside area, and he looked at me. He gave me this big hug, blood all over my shirt after he hugged me, and said, "We did it." And that's when I think they went off the air right after that. I mean, for the night, that was the end of the pay-per-view.
Did you have any interactions with any of the wrestlers during a real show?
Oh yeah, you mean like them attacking me? I got pushed. I've been shoved. I've been spit at. Knocked down, landed on, everything. But they knew they can get away with it because everyone's so sue happy these days. You touch somebody, they want to sue you. I didn't go for any of that. I was there to have a good time, and I knew what to expect. Now beer spilled on me.
Your thought of the cat fight, which actually really wasn't a cat fight, with Bill Alfonso. Were you live at that taping?
Yeah, Bill Alfonso against Beulah.
Against Beulah, yes.
Right. I remember that. Both of them. Oh my God, Bill Alfonso was a bloody mess after that. That was a dragged out knock. I don't know. It was something else.
Is it what you expected?
No, I didn't think they would go to such lengths of being, that brutal. It was wild. Bill Alfonso really suffered during that match, though.
So unfortunately, a few years later, we saw the destruction of ECW, and now WWE is trying to the rebirth, basically, in a way. You being the original Hatguy, being a part of the true ECW, was started in South Philly. Your thoughts on them trying to rebirth it and make it go into the extreme again? Well,
I went to the one taping they had. I think it was July 4th when McMahon first started, bringing back ECW in his version of ECW, I should say, and it was at the Wachovia Center. And it was on I believe it was a July 4th taping, if I'm not mistaken. And it wasn't what I was used to. The only thing I liked was the reception I got from the fans that knew me from the ECW arena days. But the show itself, it was a far cry from what I call ECW, and I'm sure a lot of old-time ECW fans would call ECW today.
Now, what is your definition of ECW?
Exactly what it was, Extreme Championship Wrestling. I mean, I love the blood and guts, but I also there was a lot of good matches too. I mean, it didn't always have to be blood and and violence, and they had some good matches right? With the Eddie Guerrero and the Psychosis. Yeah, the Psychosis versus Super Crazy matches. Oh my God, they were classics. So it didn't always, but they combined all that in one show. The great matches, the blood, the violence, a little comedy. It was great. It was something that'll never ever be repeated, and probably in my lifetime again, probably forever.
Any last words the original Hatguy like to say?
Any last words, huh? Well, yeah, be original.
You heard it here. Original Hatguy with RC. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, don't keep it nice and neat. Keep it
completely damaged.
Thanks, guys.